Yo, 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 yo. Good morning, fam. Time to turn up. Yeah, I have Apple calls and spy calls. Guess what's printing? Spy has returned.
Are you really fine? I mean,
Guys, I went to see Insidious. I went to see the new Insidious movie yesterday at an AMC. That video will be coming out soon. So I went to an AMC in Daytona to do a video. Early. Oh, the stream's gonna end early today. I'm going back to Tampa. But don't worry, I'll be traveling again. I'm going to the Philippines. Why does it look like AMC and GME is about to blow up? So my Apple calls look like they're doing really good. Overall uptrend on Apple. When this trend line breaks, definitely cash out. I'm cashing out right in the morning. It's probably going to spike up, though. And SPY calls look decent. Yes, let's go. SPY tracking perfectly with my prediction. Gapping up as expected. I bought right around here. I should have waited a little bit longer for 10, 5, 10, 15 to get the most dip as possible, which is what I figured. Dude, I'm getting really good at this, guys. I literally said to myself, I said, now I should have waited a little bit longer, but I said since I knew we were going to pump, I knew we'd pull back in after hours. So I said, wait as long, because we're allowed to buy 15 minutes after. I said, wait as long as I can. I should have waited a little bit longer, but I bought like down here a call while the market was closed. And then that call is now, as long as we don't dump before the market opens, that call has now printed. And it doesn't expire until the 31st, Monday. So it's going to have all day today. So it's going to be pretty decent. I do have an IWM that's a little bit down right now. But other than that, Apple call is up and the SPY call is up. Hopefully Apple, I wake up and it's just, or hopefully I opens up and it's like $100 plus. That would be really cool. AMC is up pre-market, and so is GameStop. Something's going on, guys. GameStop is 100% breaking out. I'm going to be sick if they pump today because I can't stream all. I would if I could. I can't stream all day today. I have to be out of the hotel by 11, so I'm going to have to turn the stream off at like 10:30, really. 10:45. I'm going to be sick if the market pumps. Or if AMC pumps. If the market pumps, it doesn't really matter. I can still trade and do whatever. But if AMC pumps, I get lots of views, so watch AMC absolutely fucking moon today. I think today is going to be bullish. As always, if we get one brand new member and a couple super chats, I'll turn ads down. SPY might be making a double top. We got to be careful. It might dump before the market opens. Hopefully not. Hopefully, it looks like Apple might pull back too before the market opens. Sucky suck. I hate not being able to sell right now. I would sell right fucking now, dude. Looks like Apple's gonna dump before I get a chance to sell. Apple's what's pushing SPY up. This could be making a double top. We got to be careful. Is there a way to dual stream the ad I have seen? Currently, your stream completely vanishes when the ad pops up. I don't know what you mean. Oh yeah, there's a freaking Fed meeting today too. Ooh, looking a little toppy. Apple's definitely gonna pull back. God damn it. It's gonna pull back before I get a chance to sell. Hopefully it does one of those cool Apple things that just starts pumping before the morning opens. Spy's tracking too stupid, bruh. Spy's tracking too stupid. It should start pulling back here, heading into open, and then drop down and then push back to the upside. Hopefully it just doesn't follow my prediction, stays up, and then I can sell right in the morning. Yeah, there's a Fed meeting. There's a Fed meeting at 10 a.m. Maybe I can get some of it. Dude, I changed the title. All right, we hope to sell Apple and SPY right away. Hopefully I'm in the green on both. Still have about a half hour till market open. Looks like we might double top on SPY. It's gonna track perfectly and start pulling back before open. I hate being right all the time. If I could sell my SPY call right here, dude, I know it'd be up at least $100. I think that John's in the money too. I just want to be wrong and SPY open up higher than I predict. Please. And please let Apple hold. Hold until I hold until open, please, huh? Bro, GameStop's definitely brewing something up. AMC and GameStop definitely brewing something up. Yo, shout out to anybody watching right now. Who's watching right now? Do I think gold may do something? I think gold and silver are going to do something, brother. WHLR. WHLR. Up 31%. We need to see it till, I need to wait till it opens. Definitely a good buy low, sell high though. I can tell you that already. Alright, good thing I didn't buy SoFi calls that day. I was gonna buy SoFi calls here and they would have been bleeding ever since. Ford bullish. I wonder if Now's gonna go crazy today. It's bullish consolidated the whole time, so it might go crazy. If you played that bull flag though, big move. Anyone make money off Now? SPY's tracking perfectly. I'm always right. Apple tracking perfectly. I'm always right. Always right. Look, SPY's coming down. Dude, how do I know this shit hours before it happens? It like tracks perfectly, bro. I just want to be wrong, because if it goes way down here, I might not be green. Or I'll just barely be green if it goes way down here like I'm expecting. Please let me be wrong. What if SPY just ripped heading into open? Do you guys remember the first time I did an overnight play? I gotta get this video edited. I did a video. Dude, we already have 14 likes. Run it up. I want next year for gold. Thinking I'm down 50 pound on gold. I need 4638 to get out. Am I dreaming? No, bro. You're not dreaming. Hit the like. Yes, please. I love when you guys help support by saying hit the like. Thank you. We have about 30 minutes till market open. AMC might push up today. Apple's definitely gonna pull back. That sucks. Gonna pull SPY back. I hate being right all the time, dude. Well, I don't hate it, but I just want to be wrong about this, and I want SPY to be like way up here by the time I open. There's still a gap fill to the upside. If SPY goes 773, that'd be sick. AMC, I think's ready to pop off. Oh my God, sick! Apple though, Apple is falling. Damn, that sucks, but SPY just got a little piss off. Let's go, keep going, keep going, keep going. That'd be so sick if it just keeps going. What if it went to 773, bro? I'll vomit. If it goes to 773, I'll straight vomit, bro. If it opens up around there. Yo, thank you, David, bro. Scott, what up? Thanks for being here. Spy filled the gap. Spy filled the gap pre-market. Apple pulling back. No. Appy. I'm not going to be able to cash out of Apple. I was hoping, but it doesn't look like it. Unless Apple gets a bounce. It looks like it's going to bleed out until open. Or even worse, dump hard. Hopefully I can cash out today. I'm hoping. I bought way up here though, so I need it to stay up here. I did buy another call down here, but I sold it. I wanted to hold that call that I sold, but I didn't want to take the chance with two. Hopefully Apple can stay up and SPY can stay up. Yo, David, thank you for the jewels already, bro. As always, if we get like a couple super chats and one brand new member, I'll turn ads down. Oh, SPY pumped the dump. SPY pumped the dump. So maybe we won't hold the levels. Maybe we will pull back. I would love to be above like 77230, 77250 by open. That would just really... Hopefully Apple doesn't completely dump before the morning starts. Still have about 20 minutes till market open. Starting to get volatile already, so get ready. Today's going to be insane. Oh, we're gonna dump all the way till open, aren't we? It looks like it. It looks like it's losing momentum. I can see it. We're gonna dump all the way to open. Son of a gun. I'll tell you what though, if SPY breaks and holds this level today, that's where we moon. That's gonna be the level to determine moon or not. 77230.
JK, really?
So if SPY breaks and holds 77230 at any point today, that means we go to the fucking moon. AMC, we're looking for 275. GameStop, I want to see hold 1825, which it closed at. Beautiful. SPY tracking, pulling back, heading into open. Dude, how do I do this? I seriously want to know. How am I able to determine exactly what price is able to do all night long? I was able to determine exactly what would happen. I knew that we would come down and that we would gap up and then pull back heading into open. Dude, how am I able to know this shit? Yo, thank you, David, for the W key. Jules really help out, guys. I know you guys, I don't shout out Jules as much, but that's because I can't see all of them. But Jules help out a ton, so thank you. Gifted you, job bless. Yeah, thank you for the gifts, guys. It actually, honestly, if I can't lie, it feels really good that when I wake up and turn on the computer and you guys show love. I can't lie. It's like a bunch of people. Honestly, it's like a bunch of people like just showing you love, bro, and it's awesome. It's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. We already have 192 views. And bro just gifted 100. Thank you, my friend. You already know. That's my line. You already know. $15 minutes till market open. Getting a little nervous, like I've never done this before. SPY's definitely gonna pull back heading into open. What's Apple doing? Is it dumping? It's getting ready to dump. I probably won't have time to sell Apple. I'm gonna sell SPY first, because it looks like it's my most profitable trade. So glad I went with my gut yesterday. I bought the call. I just gotta trust myself. Isn't it kind of wild though? How? Tell me the truth, guys. Is it normal to be able to predict price like this, or is it kind of wild? Because I think it's kind of wild. But if I'm just hyping myself up, just let me know. But if a human's able to do this with free software, I think that's pretty impressive. Because I was able to determine that we would literally come down, stay flat, and then pop up, and then start pulling back a little bit heading into open. I think it's pretty wild that I'm able to determine stuff like this. But what do you guys think? Is it wild? Is it normal? Should I be able to do this? Is it just, am I hyping it up too much? Let me know in the comments below. I think it's pretty wild, if you ask me. The bag is chasing us because we know exactly what's coming. Hopefully I'm wrong and Apple just rips. That would be so sick. Please, God, give me something nice, baby. SPY's definitely losing momentum now. MACD's about to go red. So we're going to have a bearish open. For sure. Yo, we just got another gift, bro. Thank you for the hundo, bro. The hundo jewels, bro. You just sent more, bro? You're wildin', bro. Yo, you guys are wildin'. You guys are showing a lot of love. Please, SPY, don't completely dump before open, please. I bought down here. I waited as long as I could. Yo, thank you guys so much. Yo, David, for real, bro. You're wildin', bro. For real. Thank you. Can you believe we got 51 subs, guys? Yo, a 10 bomb? Okay, now we're getting a little crazy. Now we're getting a little crazy. If we get one brand new member, I'm turning ads down immediately. In Jesus Christ we trust, baby. Amen, bro. Yo, we just got a 10 bomb from We Care. All right, so that means if we get one more member, I'm turning ads down. If we get one brand new member, shit, we're losing support. Damn it, Spy's starting to start dumping right before the market opens. I hate this. All right, sell SPY right away. Apple looks like it might push if it can break above like 316.55. Hold 316, it could push right in the morning. So I'll sell SPY first because it might dump, and then I'll sell Apple. Oh my God, it absolutely tanked heading into open, dude. I hate being right all the time. Absolutely vomited heading into open. Damn, all my profits gone, bro. I was up. God, I hate not being able to sell when I want, man. I would have absolutely cashed out way up here, dude. Absolutely. I'm hoping we could just hold this support level. Dude, right before open, too, dude. Dog water. Apple's creeping, though. Apple might go ham, so I'm going to sell SPY first. Damn you, SPY. Come on. Why can't you just hold up right until open, brother? Come on, man. And it's going to dump when it opens. I'm hoping. I wanted to get a bullish pop, but that's wishful thinking. All right, did anyone send me stuff? I accidentally locked myself out of the room. Thank you guys for the jewels, the 10-piece. Is that Bano? What up? Glad to see you here. I got the passport so I can visit. I'm kidding. Apple pumping. Holy smokes. Apple might rip today. SPY looks like it's going to dump. I have to sell SPY right away. It looks like it's going to absolutely puke, dude. 100% bearish open. Dude, I would have been up at least a hundo right there, bro. At least 100. There's no way I wouldn't have been up 100. At least a hundo, bro. I'm hoping we can just open up above this yellow line, though. I'll still be in profit. It's literally retesting the same level, this level here. It's literally retesting that. Yeah. I need that. Yeah, I need that. Apple is going, whoa. Apple might go crazy today. I knew Apple calls would print, dude. I fucking knew it, bro. Someone said cut my loss on it, but I was like, nah, that joint's gonna print. I'm holding. I was down $41 yesterday. I'm about to be up a lot when that shit open up. Yo, Apple is ripping. It's taking SPY up. Market open in 20 seconds. Market open in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding 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 ding. I got out of Apple. Apple's going crazy. I'm up 113. AMC popping, AMC popping. Now's getting crazy. I went back in Apple. Now is wild. I just hit Apple. I'm also in now. Yo, thank you for the jewels. Thank you for the jewels. Apple's going crazy, yeah. Spy's about to rip. I'm up $123 today so far. Now is insane. We played Apple, Now, and Spy all this morning. Dude, Now is crazy. Dude, Now is the most wild stock ever. Yo, thank you guys so much for the jewels. Thank you so much for the jewels. Thank you so much for the jewels. Yo, David, thank you so much, bro. Hopefully you're making some money, brother. I just hit Spy. Yo, thank you guys. Thank you. David, bro, you're literally going insane. Apple hit your stop loss. Hey, at least you made a bag, though. At least you made some money. If now holds 140, it's going to moon. Why does IWM suck right now? Why is IWM dying but the market's pumping? That sucks. Why the fuck is IWM dying but the rest of the market pumping? That doesn't even make no sense. If now holds 140, it's gonna moon. Yo, you guys are going way too ham. Thank you. Come on, IWM. Pick your ass up, bro. You were doing exactly everything else right. I don't know how my shit wasn't in the green here. IWM just might be dead. I don't know. Now's holding 140, guys. AMC and GameStop pulling back. AMC and... Oh, my God. Mid-caps are getting... Mid-cap and small-caps are getting slaughtered. That's why IWM's falling. Mid-cap and small-caps are getting slaughtered right now. All right, Apple's like doing some crazy shit. Apple's going like wild. David, yo. What are you doing, bro? David. Bro. Please tell me you made money today. Please tell me you made money today, bro. You're going crazy. Oh, shit. Now is ripping. I have a now call. I bought it at 140. Now's a wild boy. Now is a wild boy. All right, let's see if Apple can hold 315. Yo, you guys are going absolutely berserk today. AMC to the moon, baby. I need it. I need it. We just broke above 275. We need to hold 275, guys. We're trying to get above 275. It looks like we're going to do it soon. Want to see GameStop hold 1825. SPY's going parabolic. I have a SPY call dated for September 1st. Apple's coming back. Buy the dip on Apple. Buy the dip on Apple. Not financial advice. If you buy a call on Apple right now, it should print. If you buy a call on Apple right now, it should print. Not financial advice. It's very risky, though. Just buy a cheap one if you do it. If now breaks and holds 142, it's going to go absolutely bananas. If now breaks and holds 142, it's going to go insane. I have a now call dated for September 4th. All right, SPY dipping, SPY dipping. All right, we were up 100, but now we're only up 50. We just got slaughtered on a SPY call with this dump. I should have waited. Should have checked oil prices first. Oil slightly. What's Iran news? Now is wild. If Apple holds this, it will pump. But if Apple loses 315, it will dump. Dude, now is a wild, wild boy. If now holds 142, it's going to go bananas. If Apple holds 315, it's going to pump all the way back up. Like if Apple starts pushing up towards 316, 317, it's a good entry because it's going to fucking fly if it holds this level. Mid caps are getting slaughtered. AMC's trying to hold up though. Mid cap and small caps getting slaughtered. GameStop just retested. SPY having a little bit of issues. Wow. Now is crazy. All right, SPY's getting a little iffy. AMC, we want to see hold 270, but we want to, if it breaks 275 today, could pop off. If GameStop gets it back above 1825. GameStop trying to bounce. GameStop trying to bounce. See IWM bouncing, that's helping GameStop and AMC. Volatility today, guys. Volatility. All right, SPY's trying to come back nasty. Now's trying to hold 142. This is insane. If Apple holds 315, it's going to pump up. Looks like now might pull back a little bit. You got to see if it holds this level. Now is one of the craziest stocks. I wanted to buy shares of this stock. It's going bullish macro. It's going to go all the way back up to like 150, 160. There's a big ass gap fill here, and it's almost broken above this sloping support and resistance. If it breaks above this, it's 100% going to go to 160, 170. Oh, Apple's coming back. Apple's coming back. Yo, thank you so much. Stream has to end early today, guys. Meta's up crazy. Thank you for all the support. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. All-time high. Thank you for the cheers. David, thank you for the jewels. Yo, Spy! Yo, I just caught that move on Spy. I just caught that move on Spy. Now tracking, now tracking. What the fuck was that? Yo, I just caught that move on Spy and made 80 instantly. I caught that whole move on Spy and made 80 instantly. Yo, what the fuck was that? What the fuck is happening? The indexes just went crazy real quick. I'm getting spanked on IWM. What was that? Yo, Spy is moving crazy.
kind of super Moore's law seems to be playing out. Scaling laws, too, are changing both the method and speed of innovation. Capital and labor have combined to create large language models at the heart of AI. Users buy tokens to gain access to these models. Reports put annualized token sales for the 2 leading labs alone at more than $100 billion, an increase of 500% from just 12 months ago. We at the Fed, we watch all this attentively. We recognize that AI is a new variable, potentially a new factor of production that will have consequences both for the economy and for the conduct of monetary
Guys,
policy.
thank you for all the support.
It opens up some major lines of inquiry. Will the application of AI cause a significant sustained rise in productivity across the economy? If so, when? Will token usage be complementary or competitive to labor? Will the next generation of AI models demand even greater capital intensity too? Or will the models themselves help devise a capital-light solution?
Look for now to break and hold
Is the
142.
resulting market structure.
SPY going red on the day.
Gets to make the
SPY
money.
going red on the day,
It's not
dude.
obvious when where the returns on capital
Markets
will
are
land,
dumping. Markets
or
are
on
dumping.
What time scale? Early on, how much of the surplus goes to owners of scarce assets?
This is the
AI
second time
labs,
Kevin
or chip
Walsh
makers,
talked and
or
the
energy
market's pumped and
producers,
dumped.
or cloud providers. Over time, how much of that value accrues to businesses and consumers? And importantly, what are the implications for workers and for the employment side of the Fed's mandate? Likewise, we don't yet know the equilibrium price of the tokens that give access to these models. Might there be a heterogeneity of tokens such that growing sums will be paid for the access to the best models, those at the frontier? Will token prices for older models fall to the level of their marginal cost? Well, we'll be thinking through these matters with the help of a task force on productivity and jobs. My early check-ins with the leaders of that task force and the rest have been very encouraging.
We got a task force for that.
To be clear, though, their recommendations will come later and have no bearing on decisions we make in the current policy conjuncture. But I believe that for future policy challenges, this intellectual investment today will leave us much better prepared for tomorrow. Next, let me say a word about forward guidance and its substitutes. As our task forces go about their work, as you might know, I'm not waiting to introduce innovations at the Fed.
Come on, dude. You
help
are
make us fit
literally
for purpose.
killing me right now.
To highlight one example, I've set out to
Come
change the form
on.
and function of the Fed chairman's so-called forward guidance. You might know about my longtime discomfort with early pronouncements of future policy decisions. I much prefer another path, and now we'll make the case for it. Transparency in communications about future policy decisions is not an end unto itself. Communications must be in service to the Fed's paramount responsibility. And what is that? That's getting policy right. Forward guidance as a regular practice was adopted by my colleagues and me during the global financial crisis.
That's crazy. I was going to do a SPY put here.
And we introduced it with much fanfare. But as with other legacies of crises past, I believe the practice has outstayed its welcome. In normal times, the role of forward guidance should be limited and circumscribed. Otherwise, it risks creating ambiguity in the name of clarity. Oversharing policy deliberations and overcommitting to future decisions can lead
Guys,
markets,
Kevin Walsh is pumping and dumping the markets right now. Kevin Walsh is pumping and dumping the markets. It's going crazy, bad volatility.
Interest rates throughout the cycle. We inhibit our own freedom to make the right calls when it's time to decide. To get policy right, we also need to get the relationship right between the central bank and financial markets. The Fed needs clear market signals.
Got mad volatility, guys.
As possible. From market internals, from the level and change in asset prices across sectors, the prices and trading volumes of Treasury securities, the foreign exchange value
Apple
of
looks
the
like it's
dollar,
going to push back up.
cost and availability of credit, a broad set of commodity prices. These and other indicators should inform the Fed's near-term outlook on economic activity and inflation throughout the business cycle. They should also reveal the state of broader financial conditions and the risks and uncertainties of the financial cycle. At the same time, market participants themselves should be tracking real information about the real economy. They should draw their own conclusions, form their own expectations on things like output and employment and inflation. And they
We have Jackson Hole, guys. Jackson Hole Fed meeting. Jackson Hole Fed meeting right now. The market is going absolutely insane. Type one in the chat if you guys can hear.
In the economy and markets. Our tools are powerful. We determine the path of short-term interest rates. And market participants will always try to anticipate what we will do next. But we should not indulge a regime in which market participants are looking primarily to the Fed for their next trade. The economic literature has long described the distorting effects, what it called the Hall of Mirrors problem. If markets rely materially on the Fed's guidance and the Fed relies on market prices, we're more likely to be blinded to new developments, more likely to be caught unprepared, and more likely to commit errors in policymaking. Now, perversely, market participants are unlikely to bear the biggest costs of the Hall of Mirrors problem. The most serious harm is likely to befall those without any financial assets. If the Fed gets inflation wrong and judges the economy wrong, who gets the worst of it?
Do you guys think the Fed will get inflation right and judge the economy right? Let me know if you trust these people or not. Let me know in the comments down below.
Not the financial high flyers. Hardworking Americans are the ones left to deal with inflation that's too high or jobs that suddenly appear less secure.
Kevin Walsh keeping it real about inflation.
Is ill-suited to
Americans deal with it the most, baby.
How about the new Fed chief commits at a meeting just like this to some explicit reaction?
Bro knows how to talk.
Surely he could tell us his interest rate path if, say, the data were to come in hot or cold. Well, I wish our understanding of the economy were so precise as to provide a mechanical, tried and true answer. That some simple function, like a Taylor rule, could be rigorously relied upon. But our knowledge just does not extend that far, at least not yet. And other factors most relevant to the proper conduct of monetary policy, they change over time. Providing forecasts to illustrate the Fed's reaction function works better in theory than in practice, better in the lab than in the field. I am not alone in noticing that forward guidance in 2021, to cite just one example, might well have slowed the policy response to high inflation. In my term as chairman, my colleagues and I will endeavor to construct more reliable models, more robust rules, and we'll do this knowing that accuracy in forecasting is still just an aspiration. With so much changing so fast in our geopolitics, global supply chains, technology, it's wise to be modest about what we can and cannot know as we sit here today. In the same spirit, we should receive the full range of ideas on matters that may inform the Fed's monetary policy discussions. If the aim is optimal decision-making, and it should be, we should not crowd out views on the economy. How then to chart a better path to policy? In the balance of my remarks, I will share with you some key principles that guide my thinking on the appropriate conduct of monetary policy. And then I'll offer my promised assessment.
All right, SPY filled the gap.
Market participants, let's turn first to principles, unlikely to bear the biggest costs of the Hall of Mirrors. First, I've noticed in this line of work, serious harm Yesterday's
Damn, I was
news
gonna do a
though,
put
as a
right
way of
here,
getting a
dude, to
stake
hedge.
for what's happening right now. If the Fed gets in challenge,
wanna
just
print
to know
it.
the difference, judges the economy wrong. In other words, we must interrogate
Do you
reality.
guys think the Fed will get
Make
inflation
sure
right
we're
and
not
judge the
setting
economy right? Let me know if you trust these
policy
people or not. Let me know in the
based on
comments down
stale
below.
or inaccurate data, not the financial high flyers. Nor should we rely on isolated data points. Trends matter most. The Fed's a decision-making agency. We make choices amid uncertainty, and the data upon which we draw must be relevant, contemporaneous, accurate, and as actionable as possible. Second principle. The Fed's actions are intended to ensure that the aggregate demand side of the economy is broadly consistent with aggregate supply. However, all we observe directly is activity. We never see and can only infer what's really happening on the supply side. Hence, evaluating the current and expected balance between aggregate supply and aggregate demand is imprecise. Third principle, there should be no misunderstanding. The Fed's price stability objective of 2%, as measured by the PCE price index, is a firm, fixed target.
So bro said there should be no misunderstanding, man. Inflation's either up or down, and the numbers prove it.
Let me be equally clear about another aspect of this objective. Price stability is not self-executing, nor is inflation necessarily mean reverting. It's the Fed's job to deliver stable prices, no excuses. Fourth principle.
You heard that, right, guys? It's the Fed's job to deliver stable prices. Are they doing their job? Let me know in the comments down below.
Achieving both sides of our mandate over the medium term is not an either-or proposition. I do not believe the Fed's dual mandate works at cross purposes. After all, high inflation itself.
If you buy the dip on SPY here, it will be a good buy. Not financial advice.
Fifth principle. Short-term interest rates are the predominant tool to achieve the dual mandate. Unconventional policies to spur economic activity may suit genuine crises, of which we all have much experience, but they should otherwise be used sparingly, if at all. Sixth, money matters. I know it's not fashionable these days, but my view is that money has something important to do with monetary policy. We should pay attention to money created by the central bank.
Money matters, guys. Money matters, and pay attention to money created by them.
System.
Bro's exposing the truth right now.
Financial innovations, the subject of this conference, and other factors alter the mechanics.
Pay attention to the money made by them. That's important.
Base, the velocity of money, and the broader economy. But that is scarcely a reason to ignore the ultimate effects of money.
Is it a quick flip on SPY?
And prices. Finally, a quieter Fed, a more purposeful Fed in its communications, is better able to meet its objectives. And we can be held accountable for delivering on our remit, the only true test of our credibility. To borrow a line from General Chuck Yeager, at the moment of truth, there are either reasons or results. So having heard a little bit about AI and general purpose technologies, having heard a little bit about the next policy conjuncture, a little bit on principles, let's turn to the economy today. Given those principles, how do I read the economy? What's really going on outside the window? It's a little ironic, there are no windows in this room, but they're big ones at the Federal Reserve. And we've been using those in my first 100 days, and I expect we're going to continue to use those in the period right ahead of us.
Just another flip on SPY.
You may have read in the July minutes the unanimous view of the
Told you if you bought a call down here, you'd be up. I bought two of them already.
Markets were stable.
Flipped them.
Output solid.
Now.
But inflation remained too high. A good majority
now it's getting crazy, dude.
I thought the wiser course was to await new information in the intervening
Track perfectly.
Period, especially given possible developments in supply chains, investment flows, and
AMC trying to fight back.
before deciding whether a change in interest rate policy was advisable. And we expressed our joint readiness to act as circumstances require. For my part today, as we sit here, I'm impressed by the overall performance of the economy, which appears to have strengthened. One indicator of strength is how well an economy holds up under stress, how well it holds up under shocks. On that score, both Main Street and Wall Street have been remarkably resilient. Several other observations. Business CapEx is rising rapidly. The 4-quarter change in
Spies about the full reverse.
Intangibles has been around 9%, its highest growth rate since 2021. And more than half of the CapEx growth can likely be ascribed to the build-out related to AI. What about profits? For the firms in the S&P, profits have grown more than 20% over the past year alone. Profit margins are quite elevated relative to history.
Dude, now's just
Overall
crazy.
Equity and market volatility, quite low. We're staying keenly focused on market internals, watching performance across sectors. Expectations for both growth in CapEx and corporate earnings are running quite high. I continue to watch the change in the growth rates, the second derivative. The follow-on effects on asset prices, business confidence, consumer incomes and spending are equally important to gauge. Credit spreads on corporate bonds and leveraged loans are near the low end of their historical averages. And issue volumes this year, quite strong. Looking beyond fixed income markets to the banking business, in the July so-called SLOOS survey, banks tell us that standards for C&I loans are on the easier end of their historical ranges. That helps explain their growth that we've seen this year in these loans. In my view, credit and loan markets are showing few signs of policy restraint. Now, certain sectors, like housing and agriculture, are showing strains.
All right, so Bro's breaking down his opinion on different sectors in the economy, guys. What do you guys think?
As restrictive. Real consumer spending has been healthy despite these shocks, increasing more than 2% over the past 4 quarters. If you combine consumption with the brisk investment we talked about earlier, private domestic financial purchases have also risen. These purchases have increased at a pace of nearly 3% or so far this year. That's a measure that typically carries more signal than GDP. The trend here too, positive. So on the employment side of the Fed's dual mandate, our country's doing well. Labor markets are quite stable. The jobless rate at 4.1% remains low by historical standards and hasn't changed much in a couple of years. Unemployment claims on a 4-week moving average, an empirically robust real-time indicator, are near their lowest level in decades. In my view, the relatively low turnover in today's labor market is partly a result of the significant rematching between employers and employees that happened in the post-pandemic environment. But when labor supply is barely growing, monthly job gains are naturally going to run low. They're always an area of concerns in the labor market.
All right, so Bro's breaking down the relationship between supply and demand.
Okay. For example, among recent graduates. In general, though, people who want to work, by and large, are holding or finding jobs. They may well be concerned about future labor disruptions, but as of now, I believe the labor markets are broadly consistent with full employment. But on the price stability side of our mandate, the numbers are more concerning. The Fed's preferred measure of inflation, the one I talked about earlier, the 12-month change in the PC price index stands at 3.7%, with a 6-month change a little above 4%. The comparable measures from the CPI index are also elevated, as are core measures both of PCE and CPI inflation. And none of these measures are perfect, but they all tell a similar story. Inflation is running above our 2% target. So the Fed's predominant focus right now should be on prices.
All right, so Bro just admitted the truth about inflation, guys.
The The job for policymakers is to capture underlying trend inflation. Easier said than done. We want to gauge whether underlying inflation is rising, falling, or seems to be stuck in place. We also want to understand not just the direction of travel, but the speed. Each of these broad inflation measures have fallen significantly from their highs of a few years ago, but progress over the last couple of years has been more modest. And while this summer's PCE and CPI readings were better than expected, they do not tell me that underlying trends have meaningfully improved. The data also show moderate wage growth, but in my view, in tracking underlying inflation, wage growth has not proven a reliable indicator of future inflation for a very long time. So to try to gauge underlying inflation, I want to tell you about a couple things I've always looked to. I find it instructive to disaggregate the 199 individual components of the PC price measure. Over the last 12 months, 54% of goods and services in this basket showed price increases above 3%. This is well below the post-pandemic highs of about 77%, but it remains well above the level of 32% in a couple of the decades that preceded the pandemic. Looking over just the last 6 months, the conclusion is similar. 49% of goods and services in the PC basket showed price increases above 3%. Again, this is well below the post-pandemic highs, but still
now it's going to pull back.
Quite elevated. The recent rise in overall commodity prices also bears watching. What we need to judge is whether the trends we see indicate upside inflation risks. Now, it matters, too, whether the inflation readings of the past 5 years have seeped into expectations. The good news is
all right, so Kevin Walsh just explained what matters most to the Fed and what matters most to the economy.
Measures of inflation expectations in the medium term, by and large, look stable. And inflation compensation measures from the swaps market send a strong and similar message. Especially in light of recent developments, it's a credit to the Fed as an institution, consistent with the best of the Fed's traditions, that market prices show confidence that we will deliver price stability. And I can assure you, they're right. The thing about market measures of inflation expectations in economic history, I know some economic historians in the audience, is they all tend to look really strong and durable until they don't. These expectations are not pushed around easily, and right now they are very well anchored. But they must be closely minded, and it's the Fed's job to make sure that inflation expectations do not get unanchored. Now, there is one signal nobody can miss. The responsibility for 65 months of sustained elevated inflation sits squarely with the central bank, and that's where it belongs.
Major move for now coming.
We must be
AMC 272. AMC still trying to test for the 275.
To our objective, clearly and at sufficient speed.
All right, guys, I got to start packing.
To do.
I'm going to leave the stream
That's
on
our
as long as
job,
possible.
That's our mandate, and that's our charge to keep. So I've covered quite a bit of ground in the last 25 minutes or so. Let me see if I can conclude this way.
Dude, what if now pops?
I stand here today committed to a discipline, not a decision. My Fed colleagues and I are hardly the first to hold these positions in a time of great consequence. We are determined to redeem the time by doing our very best work. For those of you that know us, you'll know the following is true. We take our responsibility seriously, with humility and with resolve. We know so much depends on the choices we make. Sound monetary policy helps households and businesses to prosper. When carried out effectively, it broadens and deepens the momentum of our economy and helps to secure America's leadership in the world. And I know that our country needs us to think carefully and act wisely, perhaps now more than ever. It's a tremendous honor to serve once again at the Federal Reserve. I'm truly grateful for the encouragement, good counsel, and the warm reception I've received in my first 100 days from my colleagues. I'm also honored and grateful for the views that I've gotten, solicited and unsolicited, from so many of you in this room. For that, and for your kind attention this morning, I say thank you. Let's get on with the rest of the program.
Kevin Walsh at Jackson Hole, guys. That was Kevin Walsh at Jackson Hole. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I appreciate you. All right, so that was Jackson Hole. Oh, God, dude, why is everything so hard right now? Now might go back up. But it looks like it's going to pull back to me. If Apple holds 317, it's going to go crazy. Yo, now is insane. Now is insane, dude. New high for now, 142.88. Trying to see if Apple could hold 317. Now is the best stock ever, dude. Guys, like and subscribe if you have it. Like and subscribe if you have it. Yo, now is crazy. 143.18. SPY pushing up. Apple's trying to move. Apple's trying to move. I just caught that move on Apple and SPY. Just caught that move on Apple and SPY. Now it's gonna top out a little bit. AMC 275, AMC 275. If AMC breaks and holds 275 today, it's gonna go crazy. Apple pushing, Apple pushing. I would buy now, but it's too risky at these heights. It's just overbought and just too crazy. And I think it's going to pull back, so I have to go with my gut. SPY is ripping, dude. If SPY holds 77230, if it holds this red line, it's going to pump. If SPY holds this red line, it's going to absolutely pump. Now just hit a new high, 143.36, y'all. Why is IWM dying so bad? It looks like it just double bottomed, but... If IWM can hold this level, it will pump. We need it to hold 298.50. If it holds that, it will pump. If Apple holds 317.50, it's gonna go crazy. Yo, now is wild. 143.50. It just keeps going. This stock is anybody in now stock? Is anybody in now stock? It's the most insane stock. It's the most insane stock. Look for IWM to hold 298.43. If so, you're going to see a disgusting pop. Apple's at 318. Yo, Apple's going fucking nuts. We're up 110 on the day. We're up 110 on the day. Up 110. So we're about to hit our 10% goal, so I'm going to stop trading. 10% a day keeps the broke away. Just caught that move on SPY. Apple's fucking wild. Dude, I just caught that move on Apple. We're up 180. We're up 180. I just caught that move on Apple. We're up 190. We're up 190. Dude, I just caught that whole move on SPY and Apple. Put me up 190. Yo, I can't believe Apple just pushed like that. If it breaks 320, it's gonna fucking moon and go for the gap fill. If Apple breaks 320, it's gonna moon and go for this gap fill, which is what we talked about. Now's pulling back as expected. No, it hit 143.74. I still think it might pull back, though. Be careful. All right, so all I have left is a SPY call and an IWM, which I'm getting absolutely toasted on. We're up almost $200 on the day. I want to get in the now, but it's like too risky. I have to wait for a pullback. I have $402, but it just keeps going. I want to get in a now call dated for September 4th. Is anybody in now? Is anybody in now? Is anyone in now stock right now? I can't get in, but I'm watching people make money on it. I want to get in on now, but it's too risky to buy this high up. I'm gonna wait for, if it pulls back, I'll come in, but I'm not gonna chase it. If it pulls back, though, I'm coming in. SPY is going absolutely nuts, dude. SPY's going nuts. Dude, if this thing breaks 145, it's gonna go crazy. But I'm telling you, I think now is gonna, it's going bullish full macro. Like, it's about to break above this sloping. It's breaking above it now. If it stays above 145, it's gonna go for the gap fill at 160. just put information for now in the Discord. Information now. AMC 275. AMC 275. AMC 275. Yo, thank you for the 10 bomb. Thank you for the 10 bomb. If you guys are gonna send anything, please send it now because I have to get off stream. I have to get off stream, so if you're gonna send anything, please send it now. Thank you. If AMC breaks and holds 245, it's gonna moon. Spy's going crazy. I just caught that whole move on Spy. I'm up 213. I just caught that whole move on Spy. I'm up 213. Just caught that whole move. Now won't stop. Now won't stop. Now won't stop. If I get any type of pullback, I'm going to get in on now. If Spy holds 774, it's going to continue higher. IWM, pick your ass up, dude. What the fuck are you doing?
TSLA rejected off wedge. Time to short via TSLQ?
Don't short Tesla right now, bro. Don't short Tesla, especially right now. It's still rejecting. The market's too bullish. Don't short Tesla, bro. It's gonna break down soon, but I can't tell you when. So if you're gonna short, it'd have to be like super long dated, bro. It would have to be super long dated. Do not short. Amazon went crazy. Do not short unless it's super long dated, bro.
The place to be to stay informed.
Thank you, Danny Lamb. Thank you, Danny Lamb, so much. The place to be and stay informed. Thank you, 24 months, bro. Thank you. You guys are incredible. All right, I gotta start packing. Checkout's in like 5 minutes. I'm screwed. I just hit that move on Spy. I'm up 230. Apple's going fucking bananas. And now just won't stop. Now it's pulling back as expected. Now it's pulling back as expected. By the deep. By the deep. If SPY breaks 775, it's going to go crazy, but I don't think we'll be able to break it because RSI is too high. I just caught that move on Apple. Apple's filling the gap. I just caught that move.
Just because.
I'm up 263. I'm up 263. Dude, the market's going insane. QQQ is filling this gap. QQQ is filling this gap. Yo, thank you for the 5-piece, bro, just because. AMC 275, AMC 275, AMC's trying to break out. Now's definitely going to pull back, so be careful. Apple's filling the gap. SPY's going to reject from 775.
didn't know how to do this.
All right, guys, I gotta turn the stream off. I just did a spy put, though. I did a spy put and cashed out already. Off the rejection, off the 775 rejection. We have a now call.
I know it's been a while.
We have
I was just thinking about you. And I'm sorry.
an IWM, which is getting slaughtered.
I miss you.
Hopefully it can get a bounce here soon. It should be able to get a bounce soon. I'm gonna do one more spy put. All right, guys. Thank you so much for everything. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. I have a video coming out soon. Apple's definitely breaking out. Cashing out of the put, and then I'm going to go long on SPY. All right, family. See ya.